August 1st fishing report. Here we go. What have we been doing and what are we going to do? What have we been doing? In my boat, I'm just gonna specifically talk about my boat. We've been streamer fishing the crap. I've got people behind me doing bad stuff, so I'm gonna giggle once in a while, but we've been streamer fishing the crap out of the water, okay? That doesn't make any sense to do midsummer, dog days of summer, water at its lowest. Here's my theory. Listen real quick, and all you entomology guys, just chill out for me, all right? I know that we're supposed to be fishing caddis and caddis pupa and things of that nature, and we do a tiny bit of that, but for the most part, I'm streamer fishing because that's what I like to do. And luckily, people have enjoyed it as well. Here's my theory on it, though. Fish can see everything right now. Fish always have good eyes, but especially right now when the water is low, clear, and slow, okay? It's just slower. It's a little tougher to get them to bite a nymph, or if your dry fly presentation is really good, you can get them to bite that too. But a streamer, they only see for a short amount of time, whether it's being swung at them or stripped in front of their face. And when I streamer fish downhill, so downstream, in other words, for the most part. That's what we do, that's what we teach to do. It gets more fish. So you're giving them opportunity to see something for a short amount of time. They have to make a decision very quickly, and more often than not, that's a good decision in our favor. So we've been catching some super nice fish in the valley, McKenzie and the Santa Yams on streamers, which is awesome. We've been using the rods that we like to use, that we use in our boats, are the Winston Alpha Plus 5 and 6 weights and the Streamer Deluxe by Berkheimer. That's became the rod of all rods. But if you have if you don't want to get one of those, we've got other 6 weights available. I would say a minimum of a 6 weight in basically any other rod. The Winston Alpha Plus 5 weight is probably the only one I would recommend streamer fishing with as far as a true 5 weight goes. It's just got the backbone to do it, and it's designed to do so. So, there's other rods out there, and we've got plenty of other 6 weights to buy. But if you're thinking about, like, man, these guys always talk about streamer fishing, like, I'd like to give it a shot. Come with us, okay? And or grab a stick and get the right line. That's the big thing. So we fish a couple different lines, a few different lines. We fish the streamer lines from Airflow. We fish the streamer lines from SA. And let me tell you, they make a huge difference. One, when I'm streamer fishing, I like to have my fly basically at the same level. And you can do that with a sink tip only to a certain extent, for a couple of strips, and then it's coming up. So streamer lines really get that fly to sink and stay sunk. So that's the big difference, especially obviously a full sinking streamer line. So get yourself one of those. And how can you do that? Well, if you're like, hey man, like I got enough rods, all right, I got a pile of rods. Everybody does. Well, not everybody, but a bunch of people have a pile of rods. Trade in a rod. We do an awesome trade-in program. We're more than generous with it. We give you credit, shop credit right there on the spot. It's worked out great for a bunch of people. We're super happy to provide that service. Not a lot of people do it, and we do it all the time. So it's a good way to turn your old rods that you're not using into some in-store credit. So, and guys that have done this, thank you, seriously, because it keeps little shops like us going and keeps us, paying the bills for the next day. Other things that are coming: Deschutes, Rogue, Steelhead. We've got some Steelhead in the valley, but that didn't turn out. And then we've got some summer Steelhead on the coast as well. So, but the big two are the Deschutes and the Rogue. The Deschutes looks like it's going to be open, so that's great. The numbers, over the dams have arrived, and we're looking good. So, what we fish for the most part is the Rogue, and we'll be down there this fall guiding. It's a fantastic fishery. I mean, and the upper Rogue at this point is it's not quite at peak, but it's getting there. And these August days are really, really good to get there because there's not a lot of people on the water, and you don't necessarily need to fish all day. Fish really hard in the morning, fish really hard in the evening, and you're good to go. Same with the Deschutes, and yeah, we're fortunate to have those fisheries relatively close to us. I mean, they're both about 3 hours away. So, other than that, thanks for listening. We're trying to keep this short, and I'm being told to stop talking. Thanks a lot.